As much as I love how whack the Transformers timeline became and would gladly pay Anthony Hopkins to start a cameo just to record all of his lines from the last night so I can listen to them every night before bed because they're all so iconic.
This is illegal. She's a minor.
We're protected by the Romeo and Juliet laws.
There's still 2 more hours? I thought I liked the first one until I noticed that there are not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5, pushing 6 human storylines in addition to the Transformers. Like, wouldn't it be nice to, you know, focus on the Decepticons, maybe develop their personality? Of course, have them show up out of nowhere and blow shit up. That works. A main focus on Shia, who I love in these movies. Secondary for Totoro, and a little on Josh and Tyrese would have been fine. But instead, it's the entire fucking military. Like, what are these movies' deals with the military? Why are we showing more human strength when there are transforming robots from space beating the shit out of each other? I have a theory, but you know, like, these movies try to be so serious with government cover-ups and then just cut to Shia calling his dog a
Crackhead.
If you're gonna be bad, lean into it, full force.
Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Easy fix. Puzzle code in my head. Now it's on the walls. Everything is good.
That's why Revenge of the Fallen is the best mainline movie for me, because it's the one that is the most unafraid at being bad or batshit insane. It still doesn't do it enough, but Shia spazzes in Dwight's class, gets shit flipped by a Decepticon tongue girl, which exists now. His roommate and Simmons are InfoWars business rivals. This is the most consistent fun you'll have in the entire saga. What, you gonna watch Dark of the Moon, the movie that somehow made the Battle of Chicago straight up the most boring battle scene ever made? Like, it just drags on and on and on. I will never understand how I saw this movie 3 times when it was in theaters. Like, I've never done that for any other film except Shrek the Third. And I still don't remember anything from Shrek the Third. Well, this is just a straight up 3-hour war crime. I love how Izzy was pushed as this strong, runaway, female protagonist in the ads for The Last Night, only to be thrown completely in the garbage and forced to watch the royal blood save the day. Like, Mark Wahlberg even asks her directly, point blank, why she's still in this movie.
What are you doing here?
I don't know.
Although you expect this from a team that tried to pretend that they totally didn't cut from a fucking Richard Nixon speech to butt and feet.
Is the future of our race not worth a single human life? You'll never stop at one.
That's funny, Optimus, since in the last movie you literally brought the alien booty into a city to extract it in a helicopter. What was the plan of that again? He fucking sucks in these. Lets Bumblebee get captured and doesn't do shit about it. Approves the plan of bringing the cube to a densely populated area where not one, but many human lives are spent. Waits until multiple people are killed to drop out of the sky and save the day from Big Wheel at the last second. Dooms the planet with an honest mistake, but instead of facing it, he decides to let thousands of people die and let Chicago burn to the ground because freedom. Gets kind of craned like a fucking jackass for 30 minutes before swooping in to save the day again at the last second. Then he tries to pontificate shit when he totally didn't just brutally assassinate Megatron after he saved his life. At least in the later movies, he doesn't even try to hide the fact that he sucks. Blows a human dude away, has onset Alzheimer's about Cybertron.
What has happened to my world?
I don't know how you could forget the war that destroyed your planet.
Megatron started the war.
Megatron started it. God, he's so pathetic. There's another reason Revenge of the Fallen's my favorite one, and it trickles down from him. Ironhide has no regard for this 50-year-old Ukrainian gentleman's business. It just destroys it. As Boba Fett Transformer says, intermixing with humans upsets the cosmic order, but proceeds to work with humans to get what he wants. Galvatron is supposed to be Megatron remastered, then just dips for the entire final battle. The Decepticons somehow have even less of a personality than they did in the first movie. Shit, there he is! And now we're in. B's treatment is the biggest sin in the franchise because he's set up as the one Transformer that has a very personal relationship with a human. He's supposed to be Shia's protector and in turn a protector of us. But if you really think about it, he doesn't do that. Transformers 1, why didn't we cut Ironhide's legs off, lose the big gun on the team, and allow B to be the one to protect Shia on his way to the building? Since Shia came back for B, B could return the favor. Yeah, we really need that slow-mo shot with Ironhide, though. Revenge of the Fallen, Shia's running to Optimus in the midst of fucking Vietnam. Where the hell is B? He is nowhere in this scene. He lets Sam die. And he only survives because this movie doesn't give a shit. In Moon Man, he literally drives away and lets the army and military protect him. Their only connection is that B saved him from Barricade that one time. Like, they don't have little moments that build that protector-friend relationship except when Shia doesn't bring him to college and then is angry at B for abandoning him in the next movie. Like, dude, you asked for this. The only quiet time they spend together that isn't ruined by comic relief is when they're working on Deep Wang, only for him to do whoops. In Dinosaur Movie, yeah, he saves Marky Mark, but he's not even a character anymore. He's barely in this.
New voice box for B.
You hear that, B? You gonna talk, buddy?
Oh, sick. Okay, let's hear it.
This is so exciting. Oh no, this isn't my damn voice.
You have taken everything from this character. Like, this is the last thing B has. And you just use it for a stupid punchline because phone girl voice, I guess, equals funny internet humor.
Sting like a bee.
You sit through 5 of these things. Not as a huge fan of the franchise you're watching get absolutely maimed, but empathetic nonetheless. Because you know what it's like to have out-of-touch, masochistic salamanders in monkey suits dig up corpses at peace and eat the little flesh that's left until they irreversibly break their bones and sell the remains to China. You also know what it's like to see smart people not dig up the corpse, but decorate the grave because they have so much reverence for the franchise at peace. You sit late at night after 5 of these things and wonder, how hard is it to make a live-action Transformers adaptation that is faithful, that is competent, that has heart, that doesn't have Roberto's crack addict little cousin dry humping Megan Fox for 20 minutes, that has a hero. The only thing we see Optimus Prime do is kill off any connection this movie has to the first 5. He sacrifices himself for his fellow man so his people can escape the franchise and do something new. That is Optimus Prime. This movie does in 2 minutes what the first 5 couldn't in 13 hours. But this isn't an Optimus Prime movie. It's about B. We see him forced off his planet by these corporate executives actively trying to kill him, only to be on the run again from the first guy he sees on Earth, John Cena. And when he finally has the chance to break bread with words, "We own you." The contract said 5 movies and I'm done.
Is that right? Then let's make it official.
They squeeze every last dollar out of him, then make sure he never works in this town again. I feel for a Transformer.
Shut up.
Back up. You're telling me you can have woman in Transformer movie that is actually a person?
What is free love? What is love? Love is free.
That likes good music, has a shit job, a boy that is just a good friend with shared trauma, an emotional obstacle she can't break that is actively distancing herself from her family and in turn herself?
You look
Like somewhat shit? My broken spirit is alive. I am invested in a Transformers. Oh my god, thank you so much. I love you.
You like my shirt? Are you a metal fan?
The movie is so full of these simple moments between B and Haley that build their friendship. The immediate DEFCON 3 level crisis of mom taking the dog to the vet with B just waving, practicing hiding at the beach, walking in the woods, shooting the shit about family. I love that she's the one that fixes his radio and they immediately just start listening to music. Born and raised in South. The Transformer War stuff is there, but it's mostly put in the background in favor of fun, lower stakes, an emotion that is genuine, funny, and awesome. But they have to put some explosions in this to actually make money, so okay, time for the boom boom pow scene with the military. Wait. I need this to play in unnecessarily slow motion for me to grasp the weight of this moment. I mean, they get caught by the Decepticons in a tough spot immediately after, but his first thought was to not get in a gunfight, but to keep her safe. And if she didn't go back for him, he would have done his job. Wow. And when he does finally start to snap and go napalm, the movie goes, "Stop!" Peace sadly doesn't pay as well as a war crime, but it is nice on the senses. Speaking of which, if you know me, you know that I prefer my Decepticons to actually decept. It didn't take long for the first movie to establish that Blackout is just more big brain, so to see Angela Bassett Transformer bullshit her way into a human alliance is incredibly refreshing. They do contribute to a historical event, but it's done in a way that is organic and kind of funny. Plus, they make John Cena say this.
They literally call themselves Decepticons. That doesn't set off any red flags?
Which is awesome. Eventually they do cross paths with B and have the big end the movie Robo battle thing. But at least they integrate the transforming mechanic into it well instead of just... At the end of the day, it's only 2 people, 3 robots, and an empty shipyard. We're not in a crowded city, the pyramids of Giza, another blown out city, another blown out city, but this time with falling boat. Cybertron's not dragging its balls across Hong Kong in the most lifeless blockbuster ever, despite all the weight it's trying to push down on your collapsing brain. It's just Haley and B finding each other's voices. It's not special. It doesn't do anything new. It's influenced heavily by an obvious all-timer. But I'd rather have Transformers Iron Giant that is an actually faithful first step for the franchise than Transformers Independence Battleship Los Angeles Skyline that is a
visual and therefore a visceral betrayal. Stop it.
What I'm trying to say is that Bumblebee saved me.